Hey guys, it's Sheri Ann Richerson
And Jeffrey Rhoades
from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and SheriAnnRicherson.com. This is take 2. The first video had nothing but background noise because
we were driving, and the hands-free device that mounts to the air vent was rattling too much, picking up, the microphone was picking up just the rattling rather than
oh, sorry, I was being the air vent.
So go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you did the last one, so go ahead.
Well, I know,
Redo
but
it.
this time, see, we're sitting still so you can help. See?
You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, Jeffrey got a present this morning that involved a lot of work for him.
You didn't talk about this in the first video.
No, I didn't, but I was just thinking about it, and so I thought we would talk about it. So
Yeah.
would you like to explain what you've been doing with your present this morning?
So we went back out to McGavick John Deere. Last night we dropped off our John Deere to be worked on.
Because nothing runs like a deer.
Problem was that our deer wasn't running. So
that was exactly the problem.
So we sent it into the shop to have them take a look at it and see what they can figure out with it. And while we were there, we mentioned that we had a Craftsman that had a bad deck on it. And the guy was like, well, I've got a Craftsman right over here. What size deck did you have? What do you need? And we started looking at it, and we were thinking about just getting the deck, and he offered the deck and the lawnmower all for $50.
And I told him last night we should have bought it on the spot.
Well, but I didn't feel like trying to load it last night into the truck. And I'm glad that I didn't, because considering what it took to load it today, they
put it on a forklift.
The left rear wheel was coming off of the rim. Okay, so they actually had to use a bobcat with forks to lift it up and put it into the bed of the truck.
That was very interesting.
So trying to have put it up there last night, either with the fork truck or with trying to roll it up ramps.
I don't think that would have happened.
Yeah, it would not have been a fun thing. It was bad enough getting the John Deere into the bed of the truck, because the one we have, the transmission release lever, you actually have to hold it out of place to get it to roll, which means you've got one person trying to hold a knob and twist it out of the way to release the transmission while everybody else is pushing. And you're trying to move along with it at the same time and keep that lever. It was
Wait, you're not an octopus?
No, and it was very difficult trying to get that thing loaded, because the truck sits high, so we had to get it up extra high. So anyways,
it sits high by design.
We went this morning and got the Craftsman and the deck and brought it home. Neighbor helped me to unload it, and we started working on it to figure out, the problems. One of the big problems, why they weren't selling it for anything of any, real value, the frame is cracked.
But I have a welder.
We have a welder.
Because I'm the queen of tools.
Has some welding knowledge, so we may get it welded. But it was in better shape in general as far as the engine. The problem was there was no battery in it. They had actually cut the battery cable for it. So what we wound up doing was we took the battery and the cables from the Craftsman that we had and put it into the new one that we got, to see if we could get it running and get the tire back on it and everything, so that we can start using it temporarily until we get it welded and until we can get the other Craftsman working. And now that I've got a better idea of how to fix up the other Craftsman as well. And we got it, you know, the battery transferred over, the cables hooked up, everything. We tried starting it. It wouldn't start. It was the same problems as what I'd had before.
And then he gets in the car and says, your husband's a moron. And I said, I didn't say that. I said, who called you a moron?
I called myself a moron because when I tried to start it the first time, it wouldn't start at all. It wouldn't do anything. It acted like one of the emergency features was engaged.
Emergency safety features.
One of the safety features was engaged. I couldn't figure out. The mower deck was engaged. Even though the mower deck's not on it, somebody had engaged it, and that's why it wouldn't start.
I'll stop laughing now because I would have done the same thing.
So I disengaged it. It tried to start, but the battery needs a better charge on it now because I had run the battery down in trying to start it earlier. So now I think this one should start and run. I'm hoping, and we'll see what happens. We don't want to use it too much right away because of the issue with the frame being broken. But it may be that we can weld it fairly simply, and it'll be great. And then I can get the other Craftsman working, and we'll get the John Deere fixed up, and we may have we'll have 2 riding lawnmowers and a garden tractor. So
yes. And while he was doing all that, I was trying to fight with getting the new domain I bought transferred, which still hasn't happened yet, and trying to get the data that I was sent with the new domain uploaded so that I could see it and start editing it, which isn't happening because we've got a redirection issue going on that I have no idea. Hosting is working on trying to get that fixed. And then I decided to go on Best Buy and see if they had a wine cooler. And sure enough, they had some open box specials that were a really, really good deal. So I put one in my cart, and Jeff comes in and says, well, you should put that ice maker in too. And so I did that. And so I went to check out, and it said the wine cooler wasn't available. So I get on chat with somebody on Best Buy, and he's less than helpful and not very friendly, and I was really frustrated. So I go back and I start doing a search, and I find another wine cooler that's actually double the size of the first one and only $20 more. And so I put it in the cart, and I get ready to check out, and it's not available. And by this time I'm really, really frustrated because I am an ambassador for Best Buy, and so for payment I get gift cards. And I had pretty well decided what I wanted to use my gift cards for. And here it was available, and by the time I got ready to put in my gift card, it wasn't. So I did a search, and we found out that they had one down in Indianapolis that I could come and get.
Castleton.
Yeah, so I put that one in the cart. I take the ice maker out because they don't have that one down here. And we do the checkout. And I come down here, and something that really bothered me, this was supposed to be in box, all original paperwork, everything there, because they have different prices depending on what is or isn't with it. And the guy brings it out. There's no box, there's no paperwork, there's no nothing. But I decided to go ahead and get it because it really was a good deal, and we had driven all of this way to get it. So I've got it in the back seat, and I do think I'll be happy with it. I just really wanted the paperwork on how to operate it, but I know I can go online and download that. So then I was shopping when I was there, and I went back and looked at the KitchenAid stuff, and I had been thinking about getting a sheeter. And because some of the other preppers I talked to had said how great they are for getting things evenly sized for dehydrating. And we ended up buying the KitchenAid sheeter, and I had also seen some Food Saver bags that were on clearance, like a really good clearance price. So I picked those up, and so now we are heading back home. We stopped at a Circle K because I needed an ice water because I was pretty thirsty. And we're going to head back home and figure out what we're going to eat for supper, because I hadn't really thought about that today. I've been super busy trying to deal with this domain issue And then, like I said, I thought I was going to have everything shipped, and that didn't work. So then we had to make a trip we hadn't planned. And I guess that's about it for me. Oh, wait. And we did stop at Tractor Supply, and Jeff got to see turkeys. They are the cutest little chicks you have ever seen. They have no feathers on their neck. They're also called naked necks. And I think they are just adorable.
Actually, the chicks aren't too bad. They're kind of cute. But you look at a picture of the grown turkeys, and they are ugly.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
They're ugly.
They are not. But while we was there, they are actually selling pre-assembled chicken playgrounds. They're in a box. But they're just ready to take home, and it's an actual chicken playground. I definitely need one.
No, they're boxed up so you assemble them at home.
Yeah, but you can get them pre-assembled too.
Okay.
You can pay a few more dollars, and
they'll build them for you.
Yeah, they'll build them for you. No, they build them for you, and then you have to transport them to your house.
Okay. Well,
yeah, but
easier just take the box
home.
And
build it yourself. Yeah, but I could not believe chicken playgrounds are a thing, and I need one.
We need chickens first.
Yes, we need to replace my chickens first, but then we need to get the chicken playground.
Well.
Yes. So, anything else from you? All right, guys. Please subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow with another daily vlog and another daily adventure.